New Zealand. Let's go.
The undisputed
First of all, Dan, you've been sitting on the sidelines for a little while now, not being able to be active within the UFC, but you've kept yourself busy. Talk to us about how this past year has been since that fight in Perth.
Yeah, well, you know, new baby as well, baby Zara. So being a dad, is, you know, I was able to spend those early couple of months with her, which was really cool. Yeah, injuries are part and parcel of fighting, so it's not the end of the world when they happen. So it was alright. Spent a lot of time with the family. Obviously, the 1 minute scraps kind of came out of nowhere and absolutely erupted. So I've been keeping myself, maybe not out of trouble, but keeping myself busy at least.
Because then an opportunity came knocking earlier this year. Justin Gaethje, fans got all fired up, but I feel like in the conversations we've had that this is the fight that you've really, really wanted.
Yeah, obviously the Gaethje fight, I can see why everyone got mad excited for that fight. This is the fight I had my eyes on before that fight. I wanted Arman. I remember telling my manager that I wanted Arman. I feel like he's the best skill for skill in the division, including the champion. I feel like that's why everyone doesn't want to fight him and bringing up excuses not to fight him. But that's why I want to fight him. That's why I want to, because I want those fights that people will think you're the underdog. They think that, I like those fights where people count you out. I feel like that's where I thrive.
A lot of the time you come in as an underdog and then you come in and prove yourself. Even thinking back to that Dustin Poirier fight, you didn't get the result, but it's one of the most historic fights in the lightweight division. How big was this when you were like, finally, I'm going to get this guy?
Not so much like the personal back and forth. That'll all. That's like just for that. That'll kick off. I'm gonna be honest because we're actually like speaking to the New Zealand fan base, so I feel like I can be like a bit more open and honest. But that's all part and parcel of it. Is promoting the fight. We're gonna get in each other's face. We're gonna say mean things to each other at the press conference because 99% of fans aren't gonna watch this. You know, they're not gonna watch a sit-down interview and actually get to know a fighter and understand his logic and where he's coming from. They're just gonna watch a 10, 20-second clip of you talking smack at each other, a highlight reel of me knocking people out, and then they're gonna tune in on a Sunday and watch the UFC. But that's all, like, that's exciting to me as well, like that build up. I like conflict, like I genuinely enjoy conflict. I enjoy arguing with people. I enjoy saying mean things. At the end of the day, we are gonna get to punch each other in the face. But yeah, so there's like that aspect of this fight, which is exciting. But then to me, it's the technical aspect. To me, it's that Arman is the best guy. He is the best guy. This is the fight. Like, if I beat Gaethje, there's still like, that's just like a fun fight. Like, you had to make a decision. Do you want to just be an exciting fighter that puts on great shows and great knockouts? Because there were at times of my career where that was unthinkable to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be that exciting guy that gets knockouts. Then you're like, oh man, I want a main event. And then your main event, you're like, oh, well, like what's next, you know? I'm kind of set the new goal as I accomplish it. That's the way that I've been kind of operating. Do you want to be a fun, exciting finisher? Or do you want to be a title holder? Do you want to hold the belt? The belt just means you're the best. Do you just want to go to sleep one night holding that belt, just knowing that everyone has to shut up and that you're the best? And it's like, I definitely do. Justin Gaethje's not that guy. Justin Gaethje's not that guy. Justin Gaethje doesn't get me to that guy. Justin Gaethje just gets me a headache and a headache and some more money. Like, who cares? Arman Tsarukyan is the path to the title. That's the path to being the champ. That's the path to being the best guy.
There's a lot of fighters within the UFC that, you know, perhaps put on a facade about, you know, their character within the UFC. I feel like you've always held true to who you are. And I know you say, I like conflict, I like arguing, and I don't think people sometimes understand that this is you as a person, and where you are right now is off the back of you just being absolutely 100% unapologetically yourself.
yeah, people can hate me for being me. Like, that's all right. I can live with that. It's like, you don't want to be like that Colby Covington or something like that, where they're just like, I don't know what it is. It's weird. Like, it's like they're scared that people won't like the real them. You know, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for something that I'm not. You know, putting on a facade and pretending to be a guy that I'm not and saying nice things, and you know what I mean? I'm not. That's not me. I'm a mean guy. Like, that's just, like, yeah. I'm like every human. There's some things that I do that are good, and there's some things that I do that are bad. I'm capable of a lot of different things. Like, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy. I'm a mix of both, but at least I am who I am, and I'm comfortable in my own skin.
And then how does that help incorporate with what you do in fighting? Because, you know, it kind of translates into the ring when we see you doing what you're doing, unapologetically 100% yourself again, the mental game,
For sure.
and that old school mentality that you talk about as well.
For sure, and that's something that I've had to, because obviously coming up as a fighter, you're like, you take little things of other fighters, more experienced fighters. You watch interviews on fighters that you like, and you try to just mimic other fighters, or like, oh man, I like the way that Anderson Silva does this before a fight, and then I'll mimic that and I'll emulate that, and you're just being like a little copycat. And I feel like I spent most of my career, because even like a young fighter watching me, it's like, bro, you can't copy what I do. That's me. That's my own thing. Like, everyone has to be their own person, and there's no lies out there. When you're tired, when you're so tired that getting punched in the face hurts less than lifting your arms up, when you feel like you're breathing fire, like, you can't lie. Your true character, like, shows up. So I feel like now I go out there as myself, as just unapologetically myself. And now that I've found my feet, like, I feel like I love it out there. It's easy for me. I think that was the hard part for me. Like coming up and early on, and why I made some mistakes is because I was trying to be someone I'm not, or trying to copycat someone else. And then I made a lot of mistakes doing that. And it's like, when I go out there and I'm just myself, and it always felt too easy, so then I had to make it more difficult. But it is, like, to me, fighting is easy. I am who I am 7 days out of 7. I am who I am 24 hours a day. Like, and I love to fight. Like, Arman's like, I'm gonna make you tired. I'm always tired.
Tired right now, just sitting here?
I've been tired. Yeah, I'm tired right now. I'm like, you're gonna make me tired. Like, take me home, Baba. I've been doing this my entire adult life. I've been fighting professionally since I was 19 years old. I'm 35. You know what I mean? I've been tired the whole time. You can't, what are you gonna do? Make me tired? That's not gonna make me fight any less hard. Dan Hooker's tired is still Dan Hooker. It's a culmination of my whole career. Like, do I take back any of, man, I've done, and I can see why people doubt me as a contender. I wholeheartedly, completely understand that, because, bro, I've done some horrible, dumb things out there. Like, sometimes Dan Hooker shows up, and then sometimes this other idiot shows up with some,
You're like, oh.
some other idiot shows up and just does the most horrible things. But I feel like I've learned a lot of lessons from doing that, and having a lot of trial and error, and trying things and finding my feet. And I stuck it out through the difficult times long enough to find my feet, and I feel like I have, and I am comfortable in my own skin. I wouldn't take back any of those lessons, because it wouldn't have culminated in the person that I am now, wholeheartedly, unapologetic kid from New Zealand that just loves to have a fight.
Was there a moment where you thought, okay, was there a moment where it kind of clicked in for you? Because your results have been showing it. You know, your last few fights have absolutely been showing it. Even
in those fights I haven't. I feel like I fought like trash in those fights. You know what I mean? Why you gotta kick me in the head for me to remember, oh, that's right, I'm Dan Hooker, and then I just bash him? Why I gotta get 5 different cuts on my face,
Hey, you like me now, brother?
get exhausted, be losing 1.5 rounds of a fight before I go, that's right, I'm Dan Hooker. And that's it. So I feel like it's been a lot of difficult, tough tests throughout my career, and I've learned a lot of lessons, and I feel like I've really, like everything's kind of coming together, the things I've been learning the last few years.
When we sat down for your 10-year anniversary, you spoke then. The one thing you haven't done yet is go and fight for that title.
What was that?
And obviously a win here, Dana has said, guarantees you that opportunity. You know, how long in your mind and heart has it been, this has been the goal, and you know, this is my opportunity to make that happen?
Yeah, the physical title is like kind of for everyone else. Like I know, and I know I'm capable of it. I know that I have the skills. So it's the title is more for anyone else. Like I know. That's the funny thing about our sport, is like a huge contradiction, because from the outside and the promotion, like they pump the champion up as this unbeatable, unhuman, like they pump him up as like a superhero. You know, you'll now see Ilya Topuria, new fans to the UFC will think that he's like a superhero. But I've been around the sport for so long, and I know how hard it is, and I've spent my whole life in the gym like no one is. The only thing that fighting this long has taught me is how fragile the human body is, and how everyone is human. That's everyone like sitting at home, and young fighters even looking at the highlight reel. Me, I've had those ups and downs, so I guess I am a bit more upfront and honest about experiencing that. But it's like, I know we all bleed. I know we all get tired. I know that the percentage between like success and failure is so small. Like even like if you grab my neck from behind, put on a rear naked choke and squeeze, like, well, I'm human. Like you'll be able to tap me out. Like that's it. If I stick my chin in there and let you punch me on the chin, you can get me knocked out. You can knock me out. Like I can admit that. So if like you can do it to me, then I can do it to the champ. If you can do it to me, then I can do it to Arman Tsarukyan. In my mind, the gap is not physical, the gap is more mental, and that's something that I feel like is just for me is coming together in this last year, in this time off.
Finally, how much does this fight excite you, and how you're feeling ahead of this fight, what it does mean to you?
This fight excites me because they feel like he's a lot better than I am. That's why this fight excites me so much. So then it's like anything good that I do, he's gonna start to look like more of an idiot. He was supposed to be like this super freak athlete, title contender, the guy to beat Ilya. They're hiding the champion from him. This is like his story. And now he's losing to Dan Hooker, the bloke from New Zealand who's lost a third of his fights. So it's like anything that I do starts to make him look more and more human. I feel like he's the one that has something to prove in this fight, and that is like a difficult spot for a fighter to be. I don't feel like I have to prove myself to everyone. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm just excited. I'm excited to beat him. That's what excites me.